All right, for segment 2 today, I'm going to be doing 3 videos on the Rifter number 22. And I'm going to be upfront with you. I think Heathen Dog and all the Rifters that he did found one bad one. If I remember correctly, it's just one.
Yep.
That was bad. I found the second one. I won't go so far as to say it's bad, but this one was a little harder for me to get through than I'd hoped. And there was a lot less interesting in here than I would have liked, general principle. And we'll get to that. Actually, we'll get to that right now, since this is the overview of the table of contents. All right. So, and yeah, we had a comment out there. Somebody said, all you're doing is just going through the contents. Yes, that's what this one is. This video right here is for you to determine if this Rifter is for you or not. Then the next 2 videos after this one are to dive into a couple things we may have found interesting. But this is literally right now just to give you the table of contents so that you're like, oh, crap, I actually always wanted to figure out how to do that. Thank you. And then you go buy the Rifter. So, all right. And we're not going to talk about that cover art. So here are the contents. We got some art, as normal. Okay. From the desk of Kevin Simbita. This one was, so the Gulf War, the second Gulf War just started. Now, this came out in April of 2003. Now, I don't know how Palladium did their magazines. So I don't know if April 2003 meant it was printed in April and it got shipped in May, or if it meant that it was shipped to you in April. The reason that matters to me is because this is around the time I went to Kuwait. I worked in Kuwait as a contractor for a year, and I went there right at the beginning of May of 2003, and I was there until May 2004. So I know very much about what he's talking about. You could read between the lines pretty easily and find out where Kevin's sympathies were when it came to the war. But he did not directly offend either warmongers or peaceniks at the same time. So, typical Kevin fashion. He stayed on the fence, but
Yep.
Believe me, you read it, you get it. But I think that struck a tone in a lot of what happened in this Rifter as well. So he'll be at Origins, coming attractions, things that are coming up. I've just kind of decided that all this stuff is 23 years old now. So, Chaos Earth, hey, look at that. You missed last issue. Well, here's more information on Chaos Earth. Questions and answers, we're going to talk about this. So questions and answers in this one are all, or at least most of them, I think all of them, are about children in the Palladium universe. Do you give mom implants to kids? How much, basically how kids handle PPE and what skills and so forth. So we're gonna talk about what age can kids get cybernetics? That's what we're going to be talking about. I always like the idea of giving a kid at like age 4 a cyber arm, so that when he's like 20, he looks like a Tyrannosaurus in one arm, and then the other one's more. Page 17, Mage Armor. It is a 1-page deal. I think that Kevin was just trying to fill up 1 page of space or something. I don't know, but it's a Mage Armor. There you go. It's got the stats for it and so forth. So if you want, Mega Damage Mage Armor.
Wait, is that regular armor or is it magically enhanced or magically created?
I know it's Mega Damage. I don't remember. Here, let me get the picture. It's page 17. Okay, why don't I just type in 17?
I don't know.
Probably 18. There you go. That's it right there. And the stats. It's just MDC. Actually, very good. Okay, Magic Enhanced. As many as 3 additional Techno Wizard magic features can be added, like Breathe Without Air. But increases the cost by tens to hundreds of thousands of credits, so most don't have them.
Okay. All right, it's just a armor that's targeted specifically to be sold to mages. Okay.
Building a better super soldier, and this is what I'm going to have Heathen Dog roll up for the 3rd video. We're not going to talk about there.
The ludicrous mage. He's gone to plaid.
Yeah, we're not going to. Clown shoes. It's all clown shoes. This stuff belongs in Rifter 9.5. Oh, look at that. It says it right there.
Rifter 9.5, yeah.
Hold on. Before you agree with me. Uh-oh. This publication did come out in April. So I understand the yes. Remember, these were quarterly back then. So I understand. Okay, let's rehash the 9.5 and so forth. Okay, fine. So if this was not an April issue of the book, I would be, come on, really? Are you just fishing for pages here? But since it's an April edition of the book, have a little fun, add to your 9.5, and have some jokes. And then here's the big one. And I was shooting a message to Heathen Dog yesterday about this. I wanted to cover this one. But this is so huge. Look, it goes from 47 to 62, and it's formations and charts and army building and so forth. I would have had to have read every page, every paragraph of this for you to get the understanding, or not understand, but to do it justice, because it is dense. But if you want armies, if you want 600 people versus 1,000 people skirmishes in your Palladium fantasy game, here are the rules for you. I can't tell you if they're well done or not in terms of does it fit the game and so forth, because I've never run this type of, to be fair, I've never run Palladium fantasy. But I can tell you that they're well thought out. And I can tell you that if you are looking for something skirmish, army based, not just adventure party based, you're not going to go wrong with these, with at least how they're presented to me. Okay. Palladium Fantasy finish. Oh my God, Flashing Blades. It's fencing, and I didn't really care. I didn't think it was important enough to cover. But if you want fencing rules and you want to know the cultural impact of fencing and why you'd have rapiers and other swords, yada yada, there you go. Flynn and Company is a short story. I think I think Kevin was like running out of pages or something, or not running out. Just need to fill up pages because he's got multiple short stories in this one. This is one. I didn't read it. I don't read the short stories. Sorry. Here's some of the games Palladium plays. Now, this is a misnomer. I was like, oh, games. Okay, what are the games you play, or how do you run your games? Nope. This is literally just Wayne talking about his character concept for one of his favorite characters.
That's it? Oh, man.
Yeah. It was like, imagine if you, for Barton, right, from our Earthdawn game, decided that you wanted to write in text here his background story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see why anyone would care, but all right.
Me too. That's where I am as well. Remember, you and Garthon years ago did an episode. No one cares about your character. I remember that one, where it's like you guys were talking about how people like my character. Nobody cares. I'm not in the game with you. If I'm not in the game with you, your character means nothing to me. And I remember that video that you guys did, or the segment that you guys did, and I thought it was funny. But that's kind of what this was. It goes a little bit into the thought process behind the skills and so forth, but it's not character creation like this is why I picked this skill and this. No, it is the background. Like at age 16, she's an Irish chick with IQ of like 29 or something. I don't know how you did that, but okay. I don't care. Like I don't care who she met at age 15. Not for something. I want stuff that's going to give me things I can use to play a game. And unless the idea is to, well, this is how you make a character concept, I could grudgingly accept that. Maybe I should just say this wasn't for me. But when you say games Palladium plays, you had me all excited thinking about talking about Game Talk or other games or something that I thought was interesting. No, it's just the background of your character.
Lame.
Risk Phase World Hammer the Forge. Guess what I didn't do?
Read it.
Chapter 22.
Yep.
And there you go. That's it for this book. I don't know,
man. It's not blowing up my skirt.
Yeah, it's not. Certainly did not blow up my skirt either. Now, let's be honest. The Rifters are fantastic magazines. They're going to have a dud every now and again.
Yeah, they all can't be winners, man.
Right. For my money, this one's the dud. Now, we'll find out in the next two videos. Maybe you absolutely love that Super Soldier. And I got to sell it a little bit more. This medieval army combat rules, if you're running Palladium Fantasy and you want to do larger scale combat, unless there's another resource out there and another Rifter or another publication or something, this is some stuff you need to look at. But I honestly almost didn't even do the questions and answers, except for the only other reasonable one in here, because as Heathen Dog knows, the column's the theme of children.
He loves exploiting children and animals. That's his biggest thing. He loves it.
Yeah.
Loves it.
I despise what I've called since 1987 or 88. I despise the Wesley Crusher syndrome. I think kids belong in worlds, but I don't like the Wesley Crusher syndrome. Ender's Game is the only movie, book, TV show, or whatever that's ever gotten a pass from me, only because the entire concept of that was finding the best of the best, and there's a whole background of how they weeded out all the weirdos.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for Wesley Crusher, he just happened to be in the right place at the right time. You know, I'm the greatest super genius child in the Federation, and I happen to be on the flagship. Well, lucky you. But in
And
Ender's
no,
Game,
my
he searched
mommy's
the
friend's the
entire
captain.
planet. Yeah, search the entire planet for the best kids possible. Put them all together. That makes sense. Everyone knows why you're here, how you got here. It's not luck. It was purposefully.
Yep. All right. Well, that's all I've got. I mean, I don't know how long this is supposed to be, but that's all you're going to get from me. So,
That's fine. That's fine.
We're going to move into the next video. The next one is going to be the Q&A about the children. And it does actually answer questions about, do you give kids mom implants? I love the answer, by the way. If my child is 8 years old, can I put things in his brain to make him nuts?
Yes.
Yes, you can. But can and should, and that's
okay,
where we'll get into the answer.
Okay, now we're asking two different questions.
Yeah, you're right. And then remember, the third video is going to be Heathen Dog's going to help me create a super soldier, and we're going to talk about maybe there's already a publication out there that serves this need, or maybe it'll be some great rules for you. But until then, please like, subscribe, and share. Do you like this? Or do you own this Rifter? Do you like it? Am I wrong? And I know I'm not wrong about ludicrous magic, so don't even talk about that one. But am I wrong about the other? Is fencing something that's important in your game? Do you play those heavy role playing games where that kind of cultural requirement is necessary? I mean, they had the mime skill, right? In one of the setting books, so maybe that's important to you. Let me know. Put it in the comments. Otherwise, I'll just see you in the next video.